community and you start doing your own thing. But we've seen that our generation, especially my generation, is particularly resilient. They kept trying to find a way to come back. And even if they were kicked out, or if they couldn't find a spot, they tried to find something else. They tried to come up with different, They tried to come up with different events to appeal to the younger youth, and kept on pushing. When I turned 27, we came up with this idea, and it wasn't my own. It was people like Dave Neves, like Saramago, Isabel, Christina from Yonkers, that said, we've got to do something now. And I started. I was in law school at the time. I went back to school after the Great Recession, and I said, this time is going to be different. I'm not going to drift away. I'm going to go to law school, and I'm going to try and make something for our community, for our youth. And through that, we decided to do the first Portugal Day event in Nassau County as a community. 8 clubs got together for the first time. Many of them didn't even know who the president of the other club was. And in Mineola, if you've ever been to Mineola, they have 3 clubs within a 1-mile radius. And it was the first time in, I don't know how many years, that they've actually got together in the same room for one event. And we did this Portugal Day event, and no one really knew what was going to happen. We asked for use of the ceremonial chambers, which is the legislature there in Nassau County, and we just wanted to see what happened. And I remember we had all the elected officials who always heard about the Portuguese community, but never saw them, never thought it was anything significant. And they're all lined up, and we have this beautiful room, about 250 chairs laid out, and there's nobody there. And we wait another couple 15 minutes, and there's still nobody in sight other than the organizers. And we're saying, I was saying, holy crap, I'm so screwed here. So we start walking around and seeing if we can find people. Everybody, you're talking about 400 and something people outside at the front doors. They were too afraid to come in. And when we saw that, we said, wow, this is unbelievable. We open the doors, we invite them in, they start seeing, it's a very historic building in Nassau County. We had a fantastic celebration. And at the time, it was just something to do once. Something just to prove a point that our community wasn't dead, that we were still around, we were still able to do things like this. Okay? But then something started happening. Okay? I don't know if it was magic, if it was a miracle or whatnot, but the next year, we got a call from the ambassador, Nuno Brito at the time. And he said, I saw it in Museo Americano, that great event that you guys had. Can I come to the next one next year? I said, I don't know if there's going to be one next year, but we'll make a go of it. So we bring, first time the ambassador has been to Long Island in his tenure, it was also his last year. We got 600 and some odd people in that same room. It was an unbelievable event. So we decided, the same group, those 8 clubs, to do something else. Let's continue this, let's see how far this is gonna go. A couple months later, we had a breakfast, and we started the actual official leadership breakfast that we have now every single month with all the clubs. And during that breakfast with the clubs in Nassau County, and I remember very well, everyone said, we have something here, we've got to make it work, but we don't want to make it just Nassau County. We will go forward, but we're only going to do so if the other communities are involved as well. So we decided to go out to Suffolk County. We invited all the clubs to participate the following year, now the 3rd year. We had over 25 clubs involved, so much so that the legislature was too small. And we decided to create the parade in Mineola, which many of you, I hope, have had the opportunity to enjoy. The gala was moved to Farmingdale and now hosts over 600 people representing 62 organizations each year to celebrate Portugal Day and kick off all the Portugal Day ceremonies. We expanded, we revived the Mrs. program, and we have many beautiful ladies here today that have been a product of that, and I thank you for all you have done. And last year we started the youth conference here in Westchester. It was our special gift to the Westchester community to say we want to have one event each year in Westchester to help celebrate the community in New York State. Specifically, I've had much success thanks to NYPALC, the New York Portuguese American Leadership Conference. It's a revival of the Civic Association, and last year, the 2 organizations merged together to become stronger and have one united face for our community. Okay? Since then, I've graduated law school. I'm now a former Deputy Comptroller of Nassau County, and I'm now the fiscal, guy who pays all the bills. So if you live in Nassau County and there's a pothole on your road, I apologize, I'm trying to pay those bills as quickly as possible. Thankfully, people started recognizing what we were doing in New York. And I'm sure many of these people, and many of you in this room, aren't aware, but the word NYPALC has spread throughout Portugal. And last year, very gracious honor fell upon me to represent the communities of New York and New Jersey on the Portuguese President's Diaspora Advisory Council, of which I was elected President of the Portuguese Communities of North America. And all of that